Welcome to Trainz! Hey there friends, and welcome to Trainz Reviews. My name is Kevin, and today we're going to look at this cool Model A Ford. So what we've got here is a Motor City Classics 1:18 scale 1931 Ford Model A truck. And unfortunately it does not have a box, so we've got one to keep it safe on the shelf. The Trainz SKU is 6162800. The price at time of filming is only $29.99, which when I look at this thing, that ain't bad. So this 1931 Ford, I mean, it's a pretty neat little model. I'm surprised at the low cost, I guess because it doesn't have the box. And it could use a little bit of a cleaning, to be honest, to be fair. The hood does lift up. Yeah, you always trim your fingernails right before you need them, you know? And under the hood, we've got a fairly well-detailed engine. It's a 201 cubic inch or 3.3 liter, for you metric folks, L-head inline four-cylinder engine, and made about 40 horsepower. So top speed on this guy was about 65 miles per hour. We'll get some close-ups of both sides of the engine so you could see it. But man, if it isn't a cool little thing. On the real truck, we would have four-wheel drum brakes, and we've kind of got that modeled here on all four wheels. The wheels do spin, of course, and the front wheels turn. On the inside of the cab, we've got a fairly decent interior. I mean, on the real one, the interior was extremely Spartan, so we're probably very accurate. The steering wheel turns, we've got a bench, and we've got our pedals and a shifter, because this was a 3-speed manual transmission. No synchro mesh on any of the gears, which I find just crazy. So I've driven a 3 on the tree with a non-synchro first, right? And that wasn't too bad. You just kind of have to blip the throttle a little bit, getting into first gear. But I cannot imagine no synchro mesh on any of the gears. You'd have to be really good at rev matching. And I don't think this thing came with a tachometer, so you're doing it all by ear too. It's no wonder that they were nicknamed crash boxes. And one other little detail I learned about, you see this guy right here? That's the fuel filler, because the fuel tank was basically right behind the dashboard, right? You had the engine bay, you had the firewall, you had the fuel tank, you had the dashboard. So the fuel gauge was like a little visual gauge in the dash that showed how much liquid was sloshing around in the tank. Because I don't know about you, but I love the idea of having, 10, 20 gallons of fuel in between me and whatever I'm crashing into. But hey, I guess if that's where they needed to fit it, that's where they fitted it. Ford made over 4.8 million of these Model A's, a variety of different body styles, right? There's the truck, of course, which we've got here, and I think is so cool. I mean, the lift gate even comes down. We've got little chains to hold it up, right? That's so neat. Oh, and it's got like the wood plank in the bed, which is cool. But you had sedans, you had roadsters, you had all sorts of different body styles. I think they were available in 4 different colors. So that's much better than the Model T, which was available, how did Henry Ford say it? The Model T is available in any color you could possibly want, as long as it's black. So 4 is quite the step up here. We'll open the doors here, because they do open. It's a little stiff, but hey, look at that, kind of peek through. Now the Model A was the first Ford that really standardized driving controls. Before this, the Model T, very different to what we would expect, but the Model A really introduced, the gas pedal, brake pedal, and clutch, and the transmission shifter, and then the wheel. So, I mean, that alone makes it much easier to drive than some of the earlier examples. And I love the green color on this guy. I don't know if you've ever been to Blue Ridge, Georgia, but if you go up to Blue Ridge, there's a place called Mercier Orchard, right? And aside from having wonderful, apples and fried apple pies, they have a Ford Model A Huckster in their store. And the Huckster basically looks like the pickup truck here, except the doors are wood, the bed is wood, and then it has kind of like a wood canopy cover. And at least on their example, they have bushels, apple bushels in the bed. And it's cool, but it's striking just how small this is, especially compared to a modern car or a modern truck. A modern truck is going to be like that big compared to the Model T. But hey, I think I'd rather drive this guy as long as I didn't have to drive it in Atlanta traffic, because I don't want to die. Well, that's all we've got for today. So please like and subscribe if you'd be so kind. And until next time, if you got the opportunity, go out and drive a stick shift. You don't know what you're missing.
Trainz.com. Making dreams come true. One train at a time.